All right, what's going on? We're switching things up today, making things a little bit different. We're gonna do my pre-workout meal instead of the drive to the gym today. I did go ahead and make it up. So, for one, it's pull day. We're gonna have a good pull day. We're getting the pre-workout and the creatine in later today. I'm freaking waiting for it, but I don't think it's gonna be here before, before we do the workout and everything. So, I definitely need to get this pre-workout meal because I definitely could feel it yesterday in yesterday's workout. I was feeling low energy. Sorry about that. I think my mom stopped by and dropped something off in the garage because I just heard the garage door open and then close. I thought it was Alex, but it was not. Anyways, we've got a lean cuisine pizza to start off the day with calories. This is roughly about 400 calories. 390, I think, for 21 grams of protein, 53 grams of carbs, 4 of those of which are net carbs, so those don't really count, but sorry, not 4 of those. 4 of those are grams of fiber, so 49 grams of net carbs. Now, I gotta say, too, this is not slow digesting. This is technically a meal before the gym. It's a small meal. I probably got, an hour and a half before I make it to the gym. But, this stuff's sticking to my teeth. Let me grab one of these. But, that being said, I need the damn carbs, right? I don't have creatine I'm running off of. I don't have a pump factor I'm running off of in these workouts. I need something in those fucking muscles. The carbs are going to do the work. So, I've already got my morning cardio in. So we already got that done. And that means I've already depleted, what carbs I ate last night. More than likely, I got I say morning cardio, 15-minute walk, you know what I mean? But that still burns off carbs that I could be using in the workout. So I need to replenish that. Me training, it's not technically 3 a days, but definitely 2 a days. I am doing a walk in the morning, my workout, and then 30 minutes of cardio at night. So, that being said, I said something about possibly switching the routine up, the split, to legs, push, legs, pull, doing an 8-day split. But, I've switched it up even more. I'm fully behind this now. I'm fully going to do this now because I'm just too excited about it. Thing with push-pull legs, nothing wrong with it. Technically, when it comes down to your splits, you need to just do what you like to do. As long as you're making it to the gym, if you're a beginner, even just 4 to 5 days a week, you're going to see substantial results, no matter what you do. But once you try and get more advanced, for you guys out there, anything like below 15% body fat, woman, anything below like 24% body fat, you're really going to have to start pushing things. When you're doing 6, 7, 8-day splits, that stuff's going to be mandatory. Nothing wrong with push-pull legs either. I'm just getting bored, So I want to excite it up, and I want to try this new split and see what it does for me because I do think it is going to help me get more volume on my legs. So that's something I am looking for. That being said, I just got to pay really close attention to my joint, but I've got something else for you too. I think we're going to split it up. Here's what I think we're really going to do with the split, okay? We're going to go quads and calves, day 1. Quads and calves. So we're going to split it up even further. Now, obviously that makes the next leg day hamstrings and glutes. Now, I'm really wanting to focus a lot on my quads for like growth and stuff to get that look because my hamstrings are pretty fucking big. I think my hamstrings are what make up most of my leg, to be honest. But again, it's going to be easier to tell that kind of stuff once I get cut down. But I do need to work on my glutes as well for my anterior pelvic tilt. So this is going to help me kind of split that up, and I can, give certain joints a break. So I am going to be playing around with a lot less like standing exercises. I'm only probably going to do something like a lunge variation and a squat variation, maybe once a week. I say that when it comes down to quads, there's only so much you can do, right? Like leg extensions, and then what else? you know? So I'm definitely going to be playing around with that idea. Going to have a lot of supersets kind of involved just to kind of playing around with it. That being said, it's going to help reduce the workouts down to about 45 minutes each of lifting, which will give me a lot more time to spend on mobility, you know, stuff like stretching at the end of the workouts, and obviously the cardio that's going to be involved, which, by the way, we're increasing that up to 30 minutes at the end of workouts. So 30 minutes at the end of the workouts and 30 minutes at night, roughly around day 45, wherever it ends up in the split, which should be like this weekend. So bringing back, I miss watching my One Piece episodes at the end of my workouts. I love doing that. So we're bringing that back. And that'll put me at about an hour of like cardio, you know, anything above like 115, 120 BPMs. About an hour of cardio a week, which is what I'm looking for right now. At least until we get through the Tough Mudder, which is going to take me about an hour of cardio to do. So that's part of the reason behind that, because we do have an event which I need to have cardio. If I didn't have that coming up, I'd probably only keep it at 45 minutes, but we are on a cut as well, so it's going to help. Anyways, that being said, a lot of information, no. Being in the video, and I'm talking a lot and eating a lot, so excuse me, but I got a lot to say. We're not going to be doing push or pull days. Crazy. Again, I don't want to do push or pull because, for one, I'm bored, and I really want to give chest and back a day for themselves. So we're gonna, instead of doing push, we're going to do chest and back. So it's going to go, well, let me explain the days first. So chest and back, I can do, they are antagonizing muscle groups. So I should be able to set up some really good supersets to fatigue both of them. Like I could do cable rows, superset with push-ups to failure. I could do bench press, superset with pull-ups to failure. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I can play around with. I haven't done chest and back splits in a very long fucking time, and it gets me excited. So that's the main reason I want to do that too. If it gets you excited, man, like that's a big part of it. And I think I can really fry both of those muscle groups really easy if they're paired together in 45 minutes. I think I can really do some work there. So we'll play around with that. And then give an arm day its own special day, because technically, you know, when I'm working my shoulders, a lot of the times the reason I am working my shoulders at all, because my shoulders are pretty fucking, I feel like they're pretty filled out. Again, I'll be able to really get specifics with it once I get cut down more. But I feel like the shoulders are just fucking mint, dude. I think they're completely fine. Anytime I do, that's why my favorite pose is a back double biceps, because it makes my back look fucking enormous. Because my shoulders are the way they are. So I'm not worried about them. The only reason I do them is because like every push day, not the only reason I do them, I definitely want to hit them, but a main reason I do them is to make sure I'm getting that full tricep part. Because like I've talked to you guys in the video about this before, if you're only doing like push down movements or like press movements that hit your triceps, like horizontal press movements, that's only going to hit like 2/3 of your tricep. Triceps, there's 3, that's why it's tri. So there's 3 muscle groups, kind of like how your quad has 4. Quad means 4, you know. So bicep, bi means 2. There's 2 main muscles in there. So just kind of breaking that down for you guys. It gets really easy to understand muscles when you understand that kind of stuff. But that's what a lot of these muscle groups are. They're just combining a lot of these muscle groups together. That's why when we talk about these muscle groups, it shouldn't be too complicated, because we're not talking about the actual like Latin name of each muscle group, because then we'd be talking about, you know, like example, the bicep femoris in your hamstring. Like no one, you know, what part of your hamstring is that? Just worry about it being your hamstring. The hamstring means the back of your leg, okay? It's a group of muscles. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Just understand, we're changing the split up. Sorry. I'm eating, I'm talking about the split. One more thing, this is why I'm getting all over the place, because I've got so many things I'm trying to tell you guys, but how do you get some pepperoni first? Woo! Woo! Oh, bro. Couple days into diet week. That was Flavor Town right there. Anyway, sorry. In regards to the cut and the length of the cut, you know, we talked about 60 days. Here's what we're doing. 90-day cut. Wait for it. But we're going to be increasing calories. So, with me training twice a day like I am, I'm definitely going to be needing more calories, which should result in more muscle growth, which should also result in, you know, me not getting hurt and overtraining. You know, I need calories, otherwise I'm gonna be under eating. But we're gonna wait till day 60, which is roughly about 20-ish days, maybe a little less than that at this point. I think we're on day like 42-ish. I'm not sure. I'm not sure based on this video. But once we get to day 60, we're gonna do another in-body test. Just kind of see where we're at. We're gonna do it 2 days after a cheat day fasted, post-workout. It's typically when I do it. And then once we get a look at that, we will adjust the calories. But the idea is once we hit day 60, we're gonna bump it up depending on everything. Depending on how everything goes, we're gonna bump it up to, I believe, 3,500 calories. 34 to 3,500 calories, somewhere in that range. Right now we're sticking around 3,000 to 3,200. I say somewhere in there. You know, with me increasing the amount of cardio significantly, I probably am going to eventually need more fuel. So on day 60, I think we got about 18 days until then. So roughly about, really only about 2.5 weeks, if you think about it. We will be increasing the calories, and, you know, and we'll kind of build up over time. So that's why I say day 90. So what we'll do is for 15 days at day 60, we're going to start going around 3,500. And then I believe the way I calculate it, again, this is up for change because obviously with me increasing the calories, I'm going to be able to maybe put on some more muscle. So it may increase my metabolism along the way. But if I do this the right way, I should still be technically cutting at 3,500 calories because I believe my TDEE will be set at like 4,200. If my muscle goes up in that time frame, we may set up technically like only pretty close to maintenance calories, you know? So probably around like 3,700 calories, 3,800 calories, 3,700 calories I'd be more comfortable with. And then or maybe 38. We'll see. But that'll still put me in technically like a 400 calorie deficit, still a cut, right? So we're going up in calories, but we're still staying in a cut. I hope that makes sense to you guys. But that's going to be the game plan. That way, the biggest thing because of this, I don't want to do that Tough Mudder weighing heavy as fuck. Guys, as soon as I start the bulk, I'm going to be like 230. That's not going to be, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Just because I'm going to be able to put on so much like water weights. That's a lot on the joints when you're running. It's going to be a 15K, so about 9 miles with obstacles, okay? I just, give me a break, all right? All right? I don't want to do that. I want to be safe on my joints. Also, like I said, there's a lot of factors going into this, but I think this is going to set me up for the best success because if I do it this way, that should put us at the start of, son of a bitch. I mean, I'm still going to start the bulk around then, man. Well, I'll tell you what, the first week of the bulk, we'll try and maybe stay around like either maintenance calories or just above maintenance calories, just to give me that little bit of time. And then as soon as that Tough Mudder's over, which is also going to be around my birthday time, oh, fuck. Ooh! The bulk shall start. All right, I think we got a good solid timeline that I'm feeling comfortable with. I need to eat this food. I've been filming for 12 minutes, but I like the idea that we're covering like when I'm eating pre-workout before the workout. I don't know if we're going to be doing this at the end where I eat a meal post-workout. We'll debate on that. We'll think about that later. But for right now, I'll see you guys at the gym doing some pull exercises. Probably going to be doing some dumbbell bent over rows to start the workout because that sounds saucy. So see you guys there. All right, so I lied. We're not doing dumbbell bent over rows, but we will probably do some one arm rows maybe towards the end of the workout. But I kind of wanted to start with I really like these chest supported rows, especially the machines. I just feel like I can get a really good squeeze on them. So I've been also watching a lot of Dorian Yates, Tom Platt videos. And since we're going to be speaking about this training method, got to throw in Mike Mentzer into the mix. But I was really watching Dorian Yates talk about it, but I'm going to be doing a little bit more, especially since we're going to be doing the new split, a little bit more like higher volume, less weight. Uh, the idea is at least like 4 exercises each workout for 4 to 5 sets, you know, which is probably going to put me at 15 to 20 sets a workout, which is enough, you know. So we're going to go, I've already done a set of this. First 2 to 3 sets are kind of warming up to the weights, getting used to it. And for sure, the last 2 sets are like 2 failure, trying to fail somewhere between 10 and 15. If I get more, you know, I get more. But that's the idea we're going with today. I'm feeling that pretty good, but I honestly, you know, we still got one more warm-up set. I want to play around with the seat a little bit, and I'm going to try going up and see if I can get a little bit more of that arch going, you know? Really going to focus on arching the back on this one. Ugh. That felt better. I'm going to keep this height. All right, so we're on our last 2 sets. So I'm going to give myself a good like 1.5, 2 minute break. And then we're gonna pop all the weight on there. I feel like we can get at least 10 doing that. And if we get 15, we'll keep going. You know, these last 2 sets are gonna go till failure. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I might have to divvy up the workouts a little bit more than just, you know, 4 exercises. It's a little too not diverse enough for the splits I have. You know, it'll be fine for the leg days. You know, 4 exercises on leg days will be fine. But like, you know, I still need to hit the wrist. You know, if I hit 2 bicep exercises, 2 back exercises, you know, I won't be able to hit the wrist. So let's, you know, I'm not gonna get too caught up. Again, another thing I need to stress: don't get too caught up in the numbers. The whole point here is just to make you need to make your, you know, for us, it's our pull muscles today. But whatever you're working on that day, your goal is just to make that burn like crazy, like shock the muscle as much as you can. Which is why we're doing, you know, what we're doing. I might pull out the wraps for the next set right now. I think we'll be okay. It's not really the grip right now. I say that. We jumped up a lot of weight. Whew. That was heavy. It was definitely the grip that was getting me, but I feel like if I drop the weight maybe 30 pounds, I'll be able to get a better squeeze in my back, so we're gonna do that. All right, these suckers are on there, so whew, put myself up real quick. Last set, I'm just gonna go until I feel like I'm not getting good range of motion, and then I'm gonna get 5 partials, no matter what. One more. Oh yeah, man, I need creatine so bad. There's not gonna be much of a bump at the end of this workout. I know that. But the pre-workout and the creatine both come in today. I'm so excited. Tomorrow will be the first day of the new split. We'll have creatine, pre-workout. Tomorrow's gonna be a good workout. Just gotta make it through the day. All right. I told you guys yesterday we were gonna do some, shit, catch my breath. We were gonna do some lat pullovers, so we are gonna do that. All right, so you guys are gonna watch me do this, and it's gonna look really, really freaking weird. Hopefully this is a good frame. Because I'm not gonna stretch my lats out. I'm feeling a really good, because I was playing around with these, I've already done like 2 sets. So we got 3 left, but I was feeling a really good squeeze with me standing pretty close to the bar rather than like back and down, so this can surely stretch me out. Because when I get to the end of like this range of motion, I don't feel it much. And if you guys see, like, my shoulders have a bad time like rounding forward for this movement. So, I mean, I could do it like this. I mean, that's pretty good too. But when I stand straight up right here, like, it just feels like I'm getting a really good squeeze in the lower part of my lats. And maybe my lower traps too. So I'm gonna do these today. You know, my lats are not really something I'm just too worried about. The main reason I wanted to do these was because this exercise actually helps with getting your chest up and working on, like, you know, certain poses like, you know, front lat spread or front double bi, or even, you know, back double bi, front back lat spread. So this helps you actually get that cage up, get that rib cage up. Also hits these intercostals a little bit. But when I'm doing it like right here, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Again, it's a set 3, so I'm just gonna get like 10 to 12 here, and then we'll go to failure. But it just feels like such a deep squeeze that, and it feels like it's just doing a lot of good for me, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna keep doing them this way. Typically, I'd recommend, if you're doing these, like, keep your chest up and do them like this, which I still feel it pretty good there too, but I feel it different when I'm this close. So I'm gonna stick to that today, and then, you know, stuff like chin ups, and, you know, I do a lot of other lat stuff. You know, we did really heavy lat pull downs last time, so that'll hit it in that way. I feel it, I'll tell you that. Really hope I'm in frame for this one. But I was looking at the machine I'm using the Matrix machine. So it has 2 of these cables stacks. I'm just gonna use both of them. Do like, not single arm, but like single arm lat pull downs at the same time. I've already done a few kind of warm ups with it, and it feels really like a deep squeeze. So we're gonna hit these. Just gonna make sure everything's lined up. And the only thing I need to focus on is just shoving or like squeezing those shoulder blades down and get my chest up. I'm gonna use the D handles. So even just the starting position, I can feel everything just locking up. Back up a little bit. I almost don't need the D handles. better if these turn like this. But it's hard to get back there. Man, it's a weird squeeze, man. I'm gonna have to play around with that, figure out what feels the best. But they got hit for sure, especially on that last set. So we're gonna move on to biceps. All right, I got in quite a bit actually in between the last, little recording session we did there. So I got in my forearms. I went ahead and did some cable bicep curls for good like 4 sets. And then I also did some low to high, really upright row cable rows. So I feel pretty pumped up, not gonna lie. I feel pretty good, even without the creatine and everything. Obviously the weight's not where I want it to be, but we're decreasing the weights anyways for the, focus on the, mind muscle connection, shocking the muscle. Really the idea is it's not about how much weight you're throwing around. It's about how much pain you can induce in a certain muscle group. So right now we're doing concentration curls. So I think you know what muscle group we're trying to hit here. Now, this first set's kind of a warm-up set. I'm probably gonna get 4 sets total here. I know I said 5 sets everything, but we've been kind of playing around with that. As long as I'm feeling a good pump, and I do. 3 more. 1. Good. Yeah, that feels pretty good. We'll probably go up, not go too crazy, like 5 pounds a set. Probably end up with, 40s may be too heavy. We'll see what 35's feeling like. But really, I'm just trying to focus on squeezing here. 5 more. Good. It's like you're just pumping it up full of air. It's the way I'm kind of imagining it. Except you're really pumping it full of blood. I'm gonna go ahead and increase the weight. Something to keep in mind with these things is you want to try and make sure that you're not like, well, I mean, they are concentration curls. Your elbow's gonna keep it braced, but it's still not about just getting it from up and down, from point A to point B. Like specifically this exercise, like slow, controlled. Feel your bicep making the weight move. Don't just don't just try and do this, because there's a lot of muscles that can help with that. Your wrist can get involved, your shoulder can get involved, I mean, shit, your tricep even from throwing it back down fast, So try and make sure you're making the bicep work. If you're having trouble with that, maybe bring the weight down a little bit, but I'm pretty good. I started off, like when I was 16, I started off with these exercises because I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger do them, and I was like, I gotta do what he's doing, This is why I don't let people tell me, oh, bro, those barbell curls you do at 135, they're too heavy. You're swinging it around a lot. Like, bro, I've got bigger biceps than you. Shut up. That's a good weight for 10. In fact, we might stay there. I mean, honestly, no, next set we're going to try 35s, and then we can pop back down to this if we need to. I might do that. Drop set? I don't know. Since it's unilateral, it is one arm at a time. Whoops. Do want to kind of keep that in mind. You do want to kind of keep up with the numbers a little bit more here. Yeah. Feels good. But yeah, let's bump up to the 35. Now, next time we hit this, hit biceps, it's going to be on an arm day, not a pull day, So probably do some supersets here and there, doing a good tricep kickbacks superset with hammer curls. That'd be fucking solid. We could do overhead tricep extensions, cable, superset with. Really, I know for sure next arm day we're gonna be getting the preacher curl involved because I haven't played with that thing in a minute, and I used to. Telling you, I'm getting excited. It's bringing me back because the first couple years of me training, like me losing the weight and stuff, like that was all this style of stuff. Like I said, past 4 years, it's been mainly MMA training. And don't worry, we're getting back into that, but I want to focus on bodybuilding this year. I really do. Makes it fun. And then, jiu-jitsu maybe next year. We'll see. A lot of stuff. No promises. Last few reps, if you got to help yourself out, that's fine. Just make sure you go down by yourself. Well, you know what I mean. Slow. Whew. All right, yeah, let's drop back down to 30s. It's a little heavy. As far as abs go, I think I'm just gonna keep them on leg day. If I'm hitting legs 4 times in an 8-day week, that'll be a good day. And by abs, I mean like rectus abdominis, like 6-pack, so like upper ab, lower ab, obliques. Outside of that, I like to do like core stiffening exercises, which we kind of hit some core when we did those lat pullovers. Really, honestly, it was more core. But I do want to kind of get some middle back exercises, like stiffening exercises in today, but I'll do that off camera. I'll get my my leg raises off camera. Then we'll do a pose out. Oh, yeah, that's starting to get fatigued. I'm reaching that point. They're pumped. They're as pumped as they're going to get. I actually think I might go ahead and get the pose out done first and then do all my extra stuff after, so that way I can focus on it, Woo! Yeah. Juicy. Very juicy. All right. Let's go get this pose out in, and then I'll get my cardio and stuff done after. All right. Do a quick pose down, and then I actually got to get some stuff recorded for you guys for the socials. Is that better? I just don't want the camera. Sometimes the camera just gets right in the way. That's better. That's better. Yeah. I actually have a mirror today. I feel flat as hell. I mean, let's check the biceps out though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to flip that around, dude. That's like right in the way. There we go. Yeah, let's try that. Man, yeah, this freaking front deltoid is just popping up the top, which I'm not super upset with, but oh man, yeah, I need that freaking creatine. I've been saying that for the past freaking couple days. not for much longer. I almost got it back. Oh man, I'm gassed. All right, we're gonna go get some stuff recorded for you guys. I'm gonna do some bag work, and we're gonna go get some food. Cool beans. We are done with the workout, man. I'm tired. I want food. That's all that's on my mind right now. I think what I'm gonna do, because something I've been doing, I haven't really talked to y'all about this, but I've been trying to eat, by lunchtime, I try and eat like under 1,000 calories. Well, let me rephrase that. I'll try and eat under 1,000 calories for lunch. I've already had about 400 from that pizza. And we'll see how that does me. I don't like eating too much. You guys know how I am. If I eat too much in the middle of the day, like, it fucks me up. Like, not in a super crazy way necessarily, but in a way of like digestion, and then I'm sitting there in the middle of the day just like feeling lethargic and shit like that, and I need to be working, not sitting there feeling lethargic, you know what I mean? So we keep the whoa speed bump. We keep the lunches pretty light now, considering all the learning lessons we've been through. So I'm really thinking, like, I might do some protein cereal with some regular cereal, because Alex should be back from the grocery store at this point. That's why we had that pizza this morning and not some cereal, because typically I'd be doing some cereal, but we were out. So we'll try and get that in on the next one, But tomorrow we should have it. Tomorrow we should have creatine. Tomorrow we should have pre-workout. Oh goodness. Tomorrow we start the new split. It's all so exciting. Still gotta get through the day though. So, game plan for the day, food-wise, is, like I said, probably do 2 servings of protein cereal, 2 servings of whatever sugary cereal Alex decides to. Oh my God, armadillo that had exploded on the road. That was rough. That one's gruesome. But yeah, roadkill. Well, how much protein's in that? Hold up. Will you turn around? I saw red, so we know there's meat there. Oh shit. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Protein. That's right. We're talking about post-workout meal. Yeah, I think we're just going to do half and half. And then for probably midday, because I usually try to have a little something midday, probably like a protein shake. The protein shake's probably, I like doing that in the middle of the day because it's nothing that's going to sit in my stomach heavy. But I do need to get the protein in. I do need to get the calories in, because I will forget, and then it's hard to get that shit in at the end of the night for me. So dinner-wise, probably some beef and rice. You know what I ended up doing yesterday? I ended up doing Alex ended up getting us Mexican food for lunch. So I just did steak and chicken nachos, which you guys can make that work. I think it was roughly like 1,000 calories for like 50 grams of protein, just for that serving size. I can't remember. It was definitely guesstimated, so it was definitely a 3,000 calorie day instead of 3,200. Anytime you guys feel like you're guesstimating a little too much in that day, because sometimes when you're eating out like that, you have to a little bit. I mean, when you think about it, all tracking is a guesstimation, but you want to try and be as accurate as possible. So when you eat out like that, you're playing with fire. But I definitely made sure I ate about 230 grams of protein, about 3,000 calories. So I'm pretty okay with that. When it's added all up together, is anywhere between 700 to 1,200 calories. So I think it kind of is like 1,000. So I feel okay with it for right now, especially with us doing that evening cardio, but don't do that every day, man. I'm telling you, that's the kind of stuff that can get you in trouble. But we ended up having some leftover tortilla chips and salsa, right, from Alex's meal. I was like, ooh, I'm going to take those and I'm going to make some beef and steak nachos tonight. So I put those tortilla chips in the air fryer,
heated them up a little bit. I actually had some calories over, throw some fries in there too. I just, I throw shit together, man. Like at the end of the day, I just got to get that shit in. You know what I'm saying? But today I'm going to be a little bit more strict with it. A lot more strict with it. Make sure I'm weighing all that stuff out. Because I will tell you something else. I'll go ahead and admit on myself. Because I did a naughty thing. I did not use the food scale for the tortilla chips or the fries. I eyeballed that. Don't do that shit, okay? I'm starting to, thinking back, I'm doing a lot of guesstimation with that kind of shit. I don't need to do that shit. Alright? Don't let your boy do that shit. It's a recipe for disaster. We don't want to go there, okay? But we won't today. Today will be a little bit more on our shit. Typically, there are certain places that I definitely would say you can, you guys have seen me eat at the places that are pretty good about with tracking and everything. But there are certain places, and I will say this, typically Mexican food places, they tend to be a little bit, harder to track. So it's like the one food, I usually tell you guys it's okay, you can make it work. I would save any Mexican food unless you're making it at home for a cheap meal, because it's just a little bit too hard to track consistently. They definitely don't keep up with any of that shit. I can't think of one Mexican restaurant that I've been to that, everything I've had to eat from a Mexican restaurant has had to be like guesstimated, which sucks because I love Mexican food. But it's as simple as, making your own Mexican food at home. And, like I said, it's not like you typically can make it work. I mean, it's something you're really going to have to be careful with, because, guys, that kind of stuff will, as far as my cut goes, with me being already at like 14% body fat, 13% body fat, like, I don't want to fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? I want to just get it done. So, definitely try not to have any meals like that. Now, when I do something like Slim Chickens or Sonic or Wendy's, I'm a little bit more comfortable with that, because that's easier to track. There's actually going to be some numbers. But when I look up, Mexican nachos, it's going to pop up 20 billion different things, right? So I just guesstimated to the highest one, but don't do that. I'm telling y'all. So weigh your foods out. Don't guesstimate. Going to be huge. Make sure we're not doing that no more. Bad Chigel, bad. Okay? I know. Bad Chigel. Anyways, we're almost home. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Tomorrow, your boy should be a little bit more energized in the gym. We'll see what happens, but I think that creatine, it should come in today. So I'll be able to start taking the creatine today. I should be loaded up on it by tomorrow. So it's going to be good, y'all. Y'all can't wait. It's going to be the first workout, the new split. I really am excited about that shit. So tomorrow, quads and calves. Let's fucking get it. Peace.